Hey everybody, this is Dust for the Stone Gaming with episode 8, match number 1 with Arclight Phoenix decks in Modern. This particular go-round, we are playing the mono-red Arclight Phoenix with 4 copies of Fork Bolt, much like we did last time around we played the mono-red list. So far I've preferred Fork Bolt over Skewer the Critics just from a mana efficiency standpoint. You can always cast it for 2, or cast it for 1, and sometimes you can hit 2 targets. Like if your opponent plays, a Dark Confidant, or a Noble Hierarch, or a Thalia, or, any number of things in the format with 1 toughness. Fork Bolt can be pretty good, also pretty good at taking out, a creature, triggering Spectacle for light up the stage. Beyond that, you're just a mono-red aggressive deck with 4 monsters, Swift Spear, 4 Soulscar Mage, kind of being the key to the deck, along with Lightning Bolt, Lava Spike, Gut Shot, Fork Bolt. Metamorphose, light up the stage, Faithless Looting helps you get through your deck, put your Arclight Phoenixes in the graveyard, helps you build up your graveyard for Bedlam Reveler. Beyond that, it's just pretty much a mono-red aggro deck. Sideboard, you've got access to Surgical Extractions for graveyard decks, Rending Volley for the tribal decks, and the Izzet Mirror Match. A couple copies of a Braid when you need Lightning Strike against creatures, and when you also need to deal with your opponent's various artifacts. 3 copies of Blood Moon for the greedy decks. Sometimes you can catch the 2-mana decks, but often the 3-color decks, Jeskai, Jund, etc. Can also catch decks like Amulet or Tron, slow them down long enough for your aggressive plan to close it out. And 4 copies of Dragon's Claw for the various red decks in the format, such as Burn, the Mirror Match, and Goblins. It's not a deck you see terribly often, but it is a deck that does exist, so something to be aware of. So, episode 8 coming at you soon. Been a bit since we played the mono red one through a league. It didn't go great, but I think there was some misplays on my part that led to us not finishing at least 3-2 the last league out with Izzet. Burn performed well in its last league. I think we ended up 4-1. I think the last couple friendly leagues we've done, we ended up 4-1 with Burn and 3-2 in a competitive league. So I'm figuring at least a 3-2 is pretty reasonable out of this deck. Is the smaller stepbrother of the more popular Izzet variety, but it's a little bit more aggressive. No damage from its lands, so it tends to be better in the aggressive matchups. Beyond that, it's a mono-red burn deck. It was the mono-red burn deck we've always kind of wanted. So, here's hoping for a 5-0. Come on, opponent. We want to play some Magic. Be on the draw, which is unfortunate. And my graveyard's popped out over here because we just played Dredge, so, what does this hand even do? I guess we keep because we have a light up the stage, but this feels kind of loose. Oh, Ad Nausem, delightful. So, hopefully we find a 1-drop here. Bingo! Bingo blingo. Ad Nausem generally is a tough matchup for these aggressive and mid-range decks. I think Ad Nauseum's probably pretty decently placed in the format right now. Ad Nauseum's biggest problem is its own fail rate more than anything. His deck does have the potential to turn 3 some idiots, but generally speaking, it's more of a turn 4 deck. And given the fact that our opponent has not shown us any mana acceleration yet, means it's probably going to be at least turn 4, because they need they'll need Phyrexian Unlife plus stuff to really go off. Run it to 12 here. That's a risky card. Whoopsie! Alright, so against them, we're interested in our Shatter Effects and Blood Moons. Gut Shot's not the greatest in the matchup. Fork Bolt can probably also come out. Obviously got to leave some amount of burn in, theoretically. They could have Leyline of Sanctity, so that's even more reason to board down some of our burn here. Beyond that, I think we just submit. Got a little bit lucky to win that one. Opponent got a little bit antsy. This hand's fine. Doesn't really have early disruption per se, but or early aggression, but does have the early Blood Moon, so hopefully that'll be good enough. Be surprised if we get yep, Leylined. Leyline. Okay. Opponent basically double mulligan, so play this Morphos and pass the turn. A lot of Serum Visions. Just finally drew a dead card. Our opponent needs to find one of their basics, most likely. Alright, so we start doing the Arclight Phoenix thing. And to attack there. It's like, what are they doing over there? Opponent notably should be at 14. Alright, so we got 3 turns to close this game out now. Alright, a little bit less. I'm presuming our opponent has the Ad Nausem and we're dead here. To do that stop during their upkeep. Alright, and apparently they didn't have the actual card Ad Nausem, so got a 2-0 over what's probably not a very favorable matchup. So, this has been Dust for Dusted on Gaming with episode 8, match number 1 with Arclight Phoenix and Modern. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.